Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. It's your boy, 3:55 a.m. I've had a very strange experience, so instead of doing the intro how I would normally, I'm just gonna tell you about what I just did. So basically, and love it or hate it, I just kind of came to this decision during the episode, but I started recording this episode, and I played Awoken Wurmkin, and then 10 minutes into the episode, I saw Thorn Hollow, and I went, wait, I played this yesterday, didn't I? So I tossed the episode out. It's fine. I don't mind losing the 10 minutes, and also, I don't know. I thought about it at 10 minutes, and I was like, you know what? Because I spent like a minute. I spent like maybe 2 minutes. I was like, hey, wait. And I pulled up YouTube and I checked and I found that I did do the episode already. And I was like, you know what? With all this dead air and this time of me going, am I gonna throw this out? I just toss it out. It's not great content. Either way, love it or hate it, the episode's gone. It's banished to the ether. I canceled the run. We're Tethys today. I should have finished the Awoken run. Oh no. Alright. But yeah. I'll try and sum up what I talked about in the intro before, because it was like a 3-minute intro. I had a lot to talk about. Try and sum it up in a minute and a half, because I had to catch you up on what happened here. But yeah, some people are going to be unhappy that I threw that away probably, but it's fine. I decided to just because I think it's better. I didn't really like the direction the run was going, or I didn't like the direction I was going with the run. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway. What do I have to cover? It is late. I feel relatively okay. However, I got the COVID vaccine today, so I'm feeling a little, I canceled my stream tonight because I am, it's like, it kind of comes and goes. It's like every now and then I just kind of go, whoa. Especially when I stand up, I notice it, where I just get that head rush, but I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. But if you see me do something weird, like record 10 minutes of an episode and then go, wait, this is the wrong episode, cut me some slack. I'll be good tomorrow, hopefully. Other than that, I found out, and then I do this gag where I go, it's been 3 minutes, yeah. But I found out that I am only supposed to say fuck twice in the video before it's not advertiser friendly anymore. So if you hear any late game frigs in here, I only got one more, so I gotta save it. If you hear any late game F words, just keep it to yourself. Don't tell big YouTube. And what else? Oh, the other thing that I talked about in the intro is I went on like a minute-long rant about how much I don't like April Fool's Day. To finish the summary and then get you up to date, because we're at the 3-minute mark, yeah, don't like April Fool's Day. I think it sucks, and I also missed out on my opportunity to pull a sick prank on you. However, I guess in a very cruel twist of fate, I instead pulled a prank on myself by recording for 10 minutes. April Fools. Yeah, I don't like that. Alright, I'm gonna play Monster Train now. I try to keep it to about 3 minutes with the intro stuff. You gotta bear with me. You can always skip the intros. You can click past them. I'm sure if you don't want to hear me talk, you can just click to 3 minutes. I try to keep it around this duration. But I also can't really spend time talking to you in a game because I have to talk about the game. So I'd like to get it out of the way now. I got stuff to tell you. You got a relationship going on. We got a thing, I wanna maintain the line of dialogue. I'm not just a robot that plays internet card games. I'm a robot that records the wrong episode for 10 minutes. Alright, let's run it, shall we? Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate you being here. It is now 4 a.m. I have talked for far too long. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's begin, shall we? We're Stygian Wurmkin today. We are against Explosive Daedalus, Spell Shield Fell Sap Seraph, Offering Token, Echo Transfer, Drain. You know what I just realized? I'm not going to play Little Fade in the DLC for like 2 weeks still. Because on stream I'm going through and I'm going rotating random, but I'm just playing like Awoken one day, Stygian the next day, and I'm going to rotate through like I am. So we got like 10 days until I play Little Fade. That's crazy. Offering Token's really good. Echo Transfer, I've definitely come around. This card is really strong. Initially, I thought it was pretty weak. This card's really strong. No real surprise there. Extract 2 is not as big of a toll as I initially thought it was going to be. And plus 15 is just insane. You play this twice and you just kind of crush everything. And Drain... it's fine, I guess. Karuska's insanely good here. Concussive Coals is also pretty good, but you know, Concussive Coals, carving Karuska. Lots of C's. You see where this run is going. Anyway. So, quick thoughts. I, discussed the Awoken in my recent video. I will now give you my basic Tethys thoughts post DLC. Again, these are subject to change. I may be wrong. However, this is my first impressions. I'll give them to you now. We can refer to them as a baseline later. I am not opposed to changing my opinion. Conduit Tethys is much stronger than I initially thought. And I admit that I was wrong once. I think that for Tethys, she's really bad. I think Tethys is the weakest champion in the game right now. By a lot. The health point she has, I mean, dude, if you take Pack Shards and you take Chillwind Tethys, you might just have her die to a heavy. Sometimes there are 4 attack sweep heavies that are infused. That sucks. And Chillwind does 25 now. If you play her bottom 4 against one of those sweep heavies, well, she dies, but imagine she doesn't die. She does 15 and then 10, 9, 8, which is 25... 30, oh god, 10, 30, 25, 34, and then 42, I believe? 42, right? So against a 45 health enemy, she kills them, and that scaling maintains. She's 10, 20, 40 on Frostbite. Now, because of infusions, though, she just can't. She can't handle them anymore. And the same thing goes for Handheld Totem. She just can't kill the backline anymore. And mainly this is why. I think the only viable path is Conduit Tethys, because her current paths cannot do what they needed to do before. However, I think that given these two, you're probably a little better off going Spell Weakness. Because at least then you can maybe protect her and get the heavies killed, or maybe even just sack her and move on. And I do like taking money here. Lots of talking, but these are formative episodes. We gotta talk about the champions and the new cards and all of that. Do not take this trial. There's a lot to discuss, basically. And I will not... Okay. I'm not playing Echo Transfer. It's fine. I will not be too concerned. I think for the most part, if you're watching this video, you're probably down to hear me talk for a little longer than normal about card opinions, because, it's kind of the point. Echo Transfer, looking pretty nice, though. But yeah. It's also, I think it is also important to get baseline opinions on Tethys on the books. We can refer back later. Ultimately here, yeah, I mean, she's just... The upside, I think, is that there's no more uncertainty. You can always slam her bottom floor. But Tethys and Prince, I feel like, are the biggest examples, I think is the word. They're the biggest cases, perhaps, of this champion is bad because I can't upgrade or infuse them. Think about Tethys, but you can give her quick, right? She looks a lot better. And Prince is the same way. Think about Prince, but you can infuse multi-strike on him. I feel like specifically Prince and Tethys need access to infusions, maybe. Because, like, dude, sweep Tethys with infusions? Ooh, buddy. That shit seems good. In this run, I will play Crystallis. It's a weird one. Do I maybe want to take Shelter? I do kind of want to take Echo Snare. I feel like this card is a joke. I'm not sure, but I think this is really bad. I'm not, like, I'm gonna try it here. I don't really want to play Shelter. It's kind of awkward too with Echo Transfer. I want to try taking Echo Snare here. I really, if I don't take this now, I just cannot imagine the situation where I click on Echo Snare here. Like, ever. So I want to try it and maybe I'll go, oh wow. I don't think this is the run where you would want it, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, Hot Shark here. Well, it makes absolutely no sense for me to take Siliphyte because we have Tethys, so just take Siren. Rage Siren's probably still strong. Yeah, these are all bad. That's good. So I am down to play, if you look at it here, I'm down to play Nameless Siren with a Nameless Siren Infusion as our main plan, and then probably like Armor 2 in can. What the hell do I do with Tethys there, though? Probably, if you remember, I think at some point I played a run where I had Hot Shark and Siliphyte, and in that run, you just replace Siliphyte with Tethys. That's probably what we look to do. Spell Chain. Purge Stone early is kind of nice, but yeah, I'm okay. I don't really want any of these. Alright, I think we have a strong foundation of we're Stygian. Slam Trial. I need the money. And by money I mean unit draft. No, I think we have a strong foundation of just playable cards here, almost. Yeah. It's such a strange card. I guess it is fine. Like, it's not great, but it's fine. Missed the collector here. Probably should have waited on the Train Steward. I could have greeted. Yeah, no reason to play Train Steward there. Interesting thing about carving Karuska, if you've played with the extract cards, you know Infusion lets you play it at once. Like, if I had one Echo and this was infused, it would let me play it. Karuska does not work that way. Carving Karuska, you need to be at 2 to play this, and then it gives you 1 back. I'll just play Train Steward down here, I guess. It doesn't really matter. I have another Steward in here, so if I let this guy die, it's pass. As long as I don't pull it off the top. Monster Train. It's okay. We have 2 turns. It's hard to imagine a world where I do not. I shouldn't have even done that. Hard to imagine. Easier to imagine the world where I don't pull Train Steward now that I've done this mistake, but we'll live, I'm sure. Maybe not. Very silly of me. Yep, very silly of me. I think it actually ends up being okay. Yeah, a little on the edge there. I shouldn't. It's still possible for that to be the situation, and why worry about it? We kill him anyway, so why concern ourselves? In Stygian, I think with the fall of Tethys, I think the spell weakness is on the rise. I do think that spell weakness becomes a really consistent option. I'm down to take Energy Siphon if it's infused here, especially. Echo Infusion seems really strong. Hold this bad boy over. And there. Hot Shark, great. Exactly what we want to see. Really, really, really good payouts across the board. I'm gonna go left here. I'm gonna go left and we're gonna dupe Siren into Siren, probably. Seems like the way to go. I think that Siren into Siren and Shark into Shark are our big pack shard sinks here. Shark into Shark is less important. Probably, if I were to guess, the worst unit in the game right now might be Cold Kalia. I think she's so fucked. Like, she is rough. There is no redeeming quality here. Strike, apply Frostbite 3 is bad. I guess she says sweep, so maybe that's good enough to make her not the worst. I know you're probably thinking of Shadow Siege. Shadow Siege isn't in this game. In my mind's eye, I don't even see him. What other units are bad? Demon Fiend, but even Demon Fiend has his uses. I cannot imagine a situation where I click on Cult Kalia. I'm not gonna take this. It's maybe right. Let me do a quick audit here. If I take this, we're at 50 or at 65 because I'm definitely clicking the artifact. I'm at 90 going into Self-Made Harpy though. If I do that, it can't be right. We're gonna be at 75 going into Self-Made Harpy, which is already really scary. Petrified Heart's nice. Yeah, no. Plus 10 across the board seems good. Let's go. Alright. Feel strong. I feel like this run can go either way. Any good spell, any good rare spell from this, combined with... Oh, what the hell do I do? I guess when this happens we play mid-floor. Sometimes Tethys dies, and that is something that we just accept and move on with our lives over. But Ancient Synergy or Ice Empire are the main acceptable pickups here. Either of those plus... Play Train Steward here. Ember Drain kind of sucks, but it doesn't matter a ton. But either of those plus Holdover, and then like maybe just a little spell weakness, and I think we're there. I'm gonna kill this guy. I have 2 more. I kill him and then we just bring him back. Toss this. This is Explosive Sigil, not a bad one. Maybe Tethys is alright. I don't know. Early game, this looks a little better than it looks in like 3/4s, but maybe she can be our win condition here. And not our win condition, but our heavy killing condition, I suppose. And what do I do about this nameless siren? Maybe with these echo cards, it's just fine completely. It might just be completely fine. Maybe we're in a great spot here? Daedalus is almost dead. Maybe we are in just like a really good position. I definitely, in my mind, I underestimated how strong this was, the Siren and the Siren. It's way better than I thought. In my mind, I just go, ah, it's only 1 rage, who cares? And then I look at it and I go, oh, it's like... That's a lot. Yeah, maybe we're chilling. Maybe this run's absolutely fine. It's possible. We're also 18 minutes on Daedalus, which is longer. But we'll shorten it up as time goes on. These are not what I was looking for. Perfect Insanity is... It's like, man... This card's really bad. I'm confident that this card is really bad, but I've never used it. So how do I know it's bad? Well, there's a lot of ways that I know it's bad. However... I don't know. Maybe it'll be fun. I'm playing for fun, anyway. Bloodstone Totem is probably winning, right? We put 1 of these, maybe 2 of these in front of the Siren, and then it just is the survivability plan. Is Bloodstone Totem insane into the last Divinity? I think it might be. The biggest problem I see is that it's really hard to make the ideal floor with Lodestone Totem, because the ideal floor is 2 Lodestone Totems frontlining for 2 Sirens, but that's not viable. So how is Lodestone Totem as just this? For one, I think it got a little worse in the last Divinity because of that Ember Drain top floor. Because now if I take this, it forces me to take energy. Otherwise, if I draw Siren before it, I just can't play her, which gets really weird. Or I have to sack the Lodestone, I guess, is also fine. Either way, though, I'm on board to give it a shot. I've seen First of Kin and Kin Host Vessel enough times already. I'm on board. And then we'll just grab energy. Maybe it's sick. I mean, it probably is sick. Look for Incan Armor 2 plus 25 Endless. That is our ideal. Plus 25 Endless. Incan Armor 2 on Siren. Large Stone's fine on Shark. Oh, but it's expensive. It puts us at 115. I don't want it. This is an interesting position. Because if I put the Large Stone on the Shark, I am accepting that I don't give him anything else for the time being. Is that okay? Is Large Stone Endless okay? Let me look at the rest of the floor first. Nah, I'm not taking anything here. I'll crack the artifact as well, real quick. Rationing Scales. I'll take Kidstone Totem. I have something for it. This is another interesting question. Do I switch to Conduit here? Switch to Conduit and then just land her right next to Lodestone Totem? Is Fracture considered a damage spell for Conduit? I think it shouldn't be. I'm really just taking it for Frozen Lance. I'm gonna go all the way on spell weakness. I think we already have something going here. I'm gonna put the 25 on Lodestone Totem here for sure. I think I'm down to just slam Large Stone Shark. This carries us for a long time. It's a unit upgrade heavy run, but that's fine. I've been thinking about it. I'm not gonna upgrade Shark into Shark right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm also not taking Spell Shield ever. I don't feel as confident in this run with Lodestone Totem, to be honest with you, but we're probably fine. I think. Interesting that this unit, this Clip Defender, being infused makes the Shark kill the backline there. Normally Shark does not kill first wave there, but he does because she's powered up. Yeah, I think the Clip Defender might not be a she, but either way, they are powered up, and the Shark hits himself. Just an interesting one. Not that interesting, I'll be honest with you. You can tell me it's not interesting. I won't be offended. I know. My fun facts aren't all that fun. This run, maybe our heavy answer is to sap them to hell. That might be enough. Maybe I go double Lodestone, single Siren? Huh. There's a lot of options here. This Echo Snare is just like, it is performing about as well as I expected it to. However, it's a zero cost incant, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look that bad, all things considered. I think getting to this position and being stable is the only thing we have to think about, but like, dude, she scales like crazy. I just put another Nameless Siren down though, and then I don't have to worry about this weird spell weakness thing I'm doing, right? No, my perfect insanity. Why couldn't I draw it one turn later? God, we actually would be playing it here. How sad. I'm gonna play this card once, and we're gonna all collectively lose our minds. Well, I'm gonna lose my mind. You might not lose your mind. I think, by the way, I want to mention, I think the general consensus is that these longer episodes are better. And most people have been saying they like the longer episodes, which I'm glad to hear, because they're going to be longer for a little while. Okay, it's decision time. Do I take this Ice Storm? What am I doing on this run? I think that there's two main lines. There's Dupe Lodestone and Dupe Siren. I don't know which one's better. It's probably... I'll think about it when I have to. How's that? I think either way I don't really need Ice Storm. I'll grab Preserve because it's free and incants. Return Soul is just like... I don't know if I've ever seen Return Soul and not clicked on it. So, been thinking about it. I'm gonna dupe Shark here since I don't think he needs to be doing the 6 until Seraph, really. We'll live. We have Tethys to help out. So... but that means that I'm duplicating Siren or Totem. I guess I'm duplicating Totem because it's better to do Totem here. Magic Shop. Everything doesn't line up as well as I would want it to, actually. I can do Shark into Shark and then Siren or Totem here, potentially. Maybe that's better. I'll do that. Path has changed. I'm going to do Shark into Shark here. It lines up a little better for the duplicate. I don't know. But I think this should be fine because we'll get to duplicate a fully upgraded Siren. Hey, what's this guy's thing? Apply Staff 1 to a random enemy unit. Eh. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. We lost. Oh, we lost. I'm about to get... No, wait. We crushed this. Never mind. What am I afraid of? We destroy this. We have Sap Totem. Sick. Free money. The trial maybe. Not like actually free money. The trial is a little frightening if I don't see Shark on turn 2. But I'm sure it wouldn't happen like that. Sometimes I miss the Shark here, though. That's scary. Sick. If this was always the position, I would have no problem telling you this is a win. Oh. Playing Fracture here is wrong. Just put it like this is fine. I mean, my man puts out a lot of Frostbite, too. 17? That's big. Maybe the Siren plus Sap Totem is just completely winning, potentially. Yo, I'm gonna play it. It is bad, I think, to play this. I can't miss my chance, though. Even though it makes me actively weaker, I've gotta do it. Eh. Was it worth it? Probably. Probably not. I think that card isn't. I mean, like, it's just, it actually did nothing there. It did not help. The card added nothing to the position. We are maybe worse off. No, we are worse off for playing it. Alright. Dude, we're drawing really, really well. I will admit, I often complain when the game makes me not draw well. We're drawing great. Everything is going really well so far. I'm drawing good cards to play on good turns to play them. Like, no complaints. Game's being very kind. I have the perfect answer to Self-Made Harpy here. Oh no, I'm dying. Play one spell. Oh no, I'm still dying. Play another spell. Oh man, Harpy's dead. It's weird to look at the floor and be like, yeah, our total health on the floor is 50. But it doesn't matter because the enemies just don't get to take a turn. Big hit here would be Stygian Tome. I think Stygian Tome is important on this run. I'm down for Urchin Spines. This card is strong. I know we're not great on spells right now, but I'm down to take it anyway. I don't think I want Wurmkin Spite. I think if anything here I take Total Recall, but probably not. Probably just a skip. Sorry about the desk creaks, I'm moving my legs. Go on left here. Artifacts with 510 gold though are worth fishing for, maybe. Toss the Fractures next. Yeah. Frozen Lance is better because it doesn't need a target. Back to Magic Shop. I'm in for Holdover Echo Infusion. I'm also in for Holdover Return Soul, Holdover Crystallis, Holdover Offering Token. There's so many options here. Holdover Drain even. Offering Token is +1 energy per turn, which is nice. I think it's Return Soul. Return Soul lets us filter a bunch. It's like a lot of spells, basically. But we do eventually run out of spells, but I'll just play more. I'll just take more. It's fine. We filter through the deck with it, and we get to double up on a lot of turns. I think it's good. Double stacking Urchin Spines has been cool in the past. I think I'm gonna save my money. Also gonna maybe just stop removing spells, and we'll just sit on this. Doing a bit of a stretch. Gotta try and keep my arm moving. It doesn't hurt a ton. I gotta tell you, I got vaccinated today, and it was nowhere near what I expected it to be like. I didn't really have a good understanding, but I thought that it was going to be a lot more painful to get poked with a needle. It was, like, painless. It was over quick. The soreness, I am not too concerned about. I was mostly worried about the initial shock, so I was pleasantly surprised on that front. But, gotta keep moving it, gotta remember, because I'm going to be very bad about it. Why am I telling you this? Well, I've played these combats out exactly the same, so I figure I have a little time to talk about something else here, because there is absolutely nothing interesting happening. I'm just going to sap Fel and win. Look at all this energy we have. Yeah, I think that the spell weakness is kind of falling on. This is what we need to look out for. This is, if we handle this wave okay, then we're probably just chilling completely. From this we take draw, absolutely. I'm probably just gonna double Siren. Double Siren's a little scary because we might draw Shark late, but should be fine. Bound to not play Offering Token here. Probably just play Preserve on whatever. We hit the Return Soul finally, so I can start returning starter cards and doubling up on turns like this. That's fine. Yeah, if I handle this wave well, I'm confident here. Press end turn. No, I'll play Urchin Spines on it actually. And 4 spell weakness. That was a lot. Not bad, really. Looks fine. I think with sap I should take close to 0, if not 0 here. I think I get there with just the rage, right? I miss it. I'm gonna take 3, 4 maybe. I could have played Echo Transfer. I'm aware I could have played Echo Transfer. I wanted to not consume Echo Transfer because that card's actually high value. But I could have played Echo Transfer to survive that and not take 4. And ultimately it was worth it, I will say. It would have been right too because the 4 damage is not worth taking there. However, We're fine either way. We're not at risk of losing this combat. I have a very strong feeling. We are not at risk of dropping this one. Gain so much energy here. Would love to take anything that would draw me cards. Don't think we have great answers to that though. Oh, Tapas eats up a lot of my sap here. I'm gonna play Return Soul, not on Drain, not yet. Hope we draw it. I won't draw all of these cards, which is why I'm just going to burn Echo Transfer here. Are we good? Yeah, we're good. Even without playing spells, it's like, yeah, double 350s there. Okay, I'm just gonna start pressing on turn. When I win combats, I'm probably just gonna start pressing in turn and stop playing cards out for fun. What the hell am I doing on this run? I'm clicking Ancient Synergy. This card answers a lot of questions for us. It's good to have good answers like that. Definite draw take. I think this is Nameless Siren and not Totem. First hypothesis. Second hypothesis is on a shard front, I will get 15 packed shards for duplicating Nameless Siren, which puts us at a cool 90, so I can take 10 from either temple. Go left. If I can see Intrinsic here, I'll take it. Yeah, okay. Oh, but Value Stone's pretty sick, too. It's okay. I want to Intrinsic the Return Soul. I could go over 5 to Value Stone the Synergy, though, and that's really strong. Holding over Return Soul is a lot of incants into the combat, though. I'm gonna grab it. I think, or Intrinsic, I mean. Either option there seems strong. Incant Armor 2 for the Nameless Siren. Optimal. Be better on the Lodestone Totem. I'll do it on Lodestone Totem because he's up front. And then if we see another one, we give it to her. Quick, I'm okay. Endless plus 25. Dude, this shop is perfect. Holy moly. That shop is absolutely excellent. I feel like this is a win. I feel it. I think that we have all of the pieces here, and it should come together pretty well. I'm gonna take it easy. I'm not gonna slam trials that I don't need to. I could take this trial. But if I don't draw Shark early, it becomes kind of awkward. So, because basically, with the way that we set up, if I draw no Shark next turn, which is likely, I would go so far as to say. Don't have to play it, I can just bring it back. We hit it, thankfully, but it's still awkward. Thankfully as well, I have preserved. This is very fortunate, because once we duplicate the Siren, it's going to be worse. I think what I'm getting to here is there's a lot of situations where Tethys dies on this turn. A lot of situations where Tethys drops on this turn. Thankfully, this is not one of them. Oh, and the discard, that works as well. Okay, so there's a lot of options here. A lot of ways we don't get got. Toss Preserve. And I'll bring back... Let's bring back Frozen Lance here. Okay. So it's not as bad as I thought, actually. We have a lot of answers. I keep saying that, but it's really the best way I can put it. We have answers to bad draw orders like crazy. We also have answers to things like this. We have many answers to a position like this. Many options here. I'm going to start with Urchin Spines. One of the options I want to point out is just playing enough sap that the Gilded Wings does 0 to our fire. Another option is Burning Crystallis here. I'm down to just sap it though. Man, this is really 6. I think, honestly, Perfect Insanity, if it were Extract 5, would be a decently playable card. With the extra Frostbite, you guys, for sure. Yeah. We're cruising. I've noticed as well, Cranberry and I, we recorded co-op already today. And in co-op, right around now is when you have a pretty good understanding. Well, right now is when I have a good understanding of if there's going to be a curveball or if the run just wins. But there's like 20 more minutes in this video probably. So this is that weird part where I have space to fill. It feels like maybe Monster Train has become a game where there is time for me to just bullshit with you. Take that either way. I'm gonna do this. Obviously, if I autopilot, I am prone to making some mistakes here. However, I'll be fine. I've autopiloted worse and come out okay. Tap this dice. F. One fracture left. I'm gonna try and not play Shark. It probably matters a little bit. Does it matter? Is the Frostbite bad or good? I think it's maybe fine. How much does he do? 200? I'm uncertain. But we'll see. I think it's good because it kills the backline man. We'll also sap this back down quite a bit. And 38 per round is good. I'm gonna perfect insanity this fucking idiot. Absolute buffoon. Foolish. I'm gonna double perfect. Can I double perfect insanity him? Can something be double perfect? I'm wasting my... Yeah, I wasted some echoes there. I don't think I'll get too off. I should not play cards here. I have a job to do, though. I'm a man on a mission. Also, playing cards does not actually hurt me all that much. Here it comes. You ready? Boom. This is kind of underwhelming. We did all of this setup. I dropped all my echoes, and what did I get? Like a quarter of his health? Huh. It's weird. It's the card's stuck on that weird in-between where it's like overkilling heavies, but it underkills bosses, so it's just kind of like bad. Like Crystalline Seeds. Free and can't. Revenge of the Danged is pretty cool. I got one more frig to say in this video before it's no longer monetizable also, so watch out. Grab Power Knowledge here. When am I gonna drop it? I don't know, but you bet your behind I am going to make sure that I hit my double F quota in these videos now. I'm duplicating, yeah. We don't want the removals though. Oops, Siren. Worth 15. Nice. I don't know, like passively, I do not know if I have been swearing a lot or a little in these videos. I think I do not swear a whole lot, but I don't know for sure. I don't really pay attention to my own swearing. Base charge seems good. Lets me play my extracts early. Conscription Notice also seems good though, because Conscription Notice can let Tethys live around while waiting for Shark. Both of these seem okay. They're like marginal both at best. I'll go Conscription Notice. I think it's also just fun. 100 of 100 on the shards. I don't think I remove anything. We're coming close to running out of spells, which means we might run out of spells on Divinity. I can live without one more frag. You know, I'll be fine. I thought about it a little more. I'll be fine. I'm not gonna like pay money for the removal here. We'll just chill on whatever we're on. 29. I'm sure this is fine. Okay. Armor Shark? Huh. strange. I think he's fine. The problem though, no, he's not fine. The problem here is if I play him, he's just gonna end up kind of sitting on this run. If I play him and then I draw the shark next turn, I just can't play it, right? So it's like, I don't know. Conscription Notice actually makes no sense to me here. Just high roll shark draws, it's fine. Actual game plan, roll shark. I'll take my extra influence here. This card sucks. I'm pretty sure it's just not worth picking Echo Snare. Like, what did it, on one combat it cleared a Flora Clergyman for us, and that is everything it has done. This is the optimal draw order, by the way. If we draw like this on the Divinity, I think we win. Unfortunately that we lose Tethys, although not surprising, to be honest. I'm not too torn up about dropping Tethys here. It is fine. I think if I play Echo Transfer, I am net losing an Echo Transfer play. I don't really want to pull back anything meaningful here. I'm going to pull Drain. And just drain my totem again, because I don't really care. Yeah. Losing Tethys kind of sucks, but I don't think it matters here. It matters a little bit, I guess, because I didn't draw an answer anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. Nah. Come back. Do whatever here. A second Return Soul would also have gone a long way on this one. I gotta sit up here. It's like, normally I just push up to sit up. I end up leaning down a little bit, and then I put both arms on the sides of my chair and I push myself up, but I cannot do that right now, so it takes me a little more care and thought to make sure that I am not hurting myself in confusion here. His back siren needs to catch up, dude. Also, in hindsight here, Incant Armor 2 better on the Sirens would get more armor overall on the floor because we duplicated the Siren and not the Totem. It's fine. I will probably not make this sort of a mistake in the future. However, you never know. I'm gonna Perfect Insanity one of these guys for fun here. 105 on the power and knowledge. It's about as good as I wanted it to be. Go Offerings, Echo Infusion. Bound to just do... Yeah, well, I just kill both of these here. Although it's best to kill you want to be technical, it's best to kill the Gilded Wings, or the Light Wings. Light Wings? I think they're called Light Wings. Also, we do 514 damage to Seraph outside roll on this. We're good. I think that we've shown multiple times now this run kills the infused heavy single heavy wave, which means that it should do well enough into the last Divinity. I'm gonna play this Echo Transfer here because it is worth, basically. What do I mean when I say it's worth? I will not get more value. I probably will not see that card again. The combat's coming to a close. I have Shark. Honestly, just have him keep gatekeeping. You live? Ugh. Gross. Alright, I'm out of shards, or echoes, because of the fucking Perfect Insanity. Dude, that card is actively bad. It's not just not good, it is bad. There's a difference, because a not good card is at least potentially playable. Or like, not actively detrimental, I suppose is what I should say. Although, I talk all this talk, oh, it's so bad, boo-hoo. Look who comes to save the day, though. Oh no, I'm taking 21 from this enemy. Not anymore, I'm not. Boom, perfect insanity. God, that is... I don't know what else to say other than that is... That play is... That one feels real odd. This guy's a ×4, by the way. Playing perfect insanity on an enemy with 1 HP? Strange. Remember when I said I wasn't just gonna play a bunch of spells out for fun, and then I played a bunch of spells out for fun? Me neither. I say 90-10 on win-lose here. I think we're favored, but it's not guaranteed. And I know what you're thinking, know what you're gonna say. Look at how strong this Tethys gameplay is. Tethys who? Am I supposed to not play Tethys? I guess I can play her. What is this? Oh, I should not have played Conscription Notice. That's my bad. I wasn't thinking. If I bottom deck Sap Totem, we might be in trouble here. Again, if I play it, it doesn't die. 12, 18, I just drop it down here. Conscription Notice, I just like playing this card. I think it's fun. It was bad here. Of course it was bad here. Bring off one of these damage shields, I guess. Pray Tethys isn't feeding damage shield here. Sick. Alright. And we draw Offering Token. Okay. We're fine. I think we're fine. This Echo Infusion gives me 1 energy here. Lets me play Lodestone Totem. I can then play Offering Token, discard whatever it gives me, Echo Transfer, who cares? Play the other Siren. Put her in front. Then we bring this Echo Snare here, seems fine. This is stable. Yeah, this should win. If this doesn't win, I'll be surprised. The next like 3 waves are scary, but we should have enough sap to just nullify them, and we're also full health. So across the board, I feel like we're in a winning spot. The last Divinity does not stand a chance in Relentless, also worth mentioning here, because it is going to take so much sap. Tethys dies here? Tethys dies there. Bye, Tethys. God, what a fucking garbage unit. Tethys. How the mighty have fallen. She would have been really good here too. Really helpful to deal with this nonsense. I need to actually think about which one I'm buffing. I need to buff front one so I can actually kill these enemies. Front Siren's a little bit more important here. Yeah, I'm just gonna sap though. Freeze Dead Weight and just keep it. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. There's probably a reason. Oh wow, he lives because he has 20 health and he's taking 17. There goes my perfect. Discipled Inquisitor. Also maybe a problem? Someone mentioned in the comments, and this is a shout out to you if it works out. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name. However, someone mentioned maybe you just take Perfect Insanity to counter the mini bosses on the Divinity and absolutely nothing else. Is the prophecy coming true? Potentially. Unfortunately, oh, I can, yeah, I can force it here, right? I can bring back Preserve. And then I just freeze this thing. I don't play Sap or Drain here, but like, yo, the prophecy is fulfilled. Whoever you are, you're a fucking genius, dude. I'm very sorry that I did not commit your name to memory here, but like, actually massive brain. I read that and I went, huh, maybe. Maybe this card's nuts. I'm actually out of my mind. It's so good. There's absolutely no other way we could have survived this combat. Perfect insanity. You mad genius. And mostly facetious here. I'm sure there were many other options, but like, dude, perfect insanity. What did I? The prophecy is fulfilled. I said I was gonna play this and lose my mind, and I have played it, and am now currently in the process of losing my mind. I'm gonna start consuming the... it doesn't really matter from this position. If I don't die to last night, we're chilling. And I'm pretty sure I don't die to last night. Start consuming, like, echo transfers, though, I think. Next two waves are... we have 2 more waves to live. Ooh, it's a scary wave, though. The multi-strike went up. Yeah. This is the scariest wave that this boss puts out. Harvest enemy, Incan enemy, Wilt Wings, Wing Conduit. This is a nightmare wave. Absolutely terrifying. Where's my perfect insanity? It's coming up. Let's sort this one out, shall we? Tell me I have a Frozen Lance left. Great news. Gonna start with that. Because I know that this has to be the starter here. And then I Power of Knowledge this front enemy away. Feels like the way to go. And I'm just gonna sap as much as I can. Yeah, we lowered that down to 22. It's fine. We're winning. Unless I shouldn't die to the boss either. Dude, the perfect insanity though. Like I know I moved on, but like, yo, I'm over the moon about this shit. Card's nuts. Look at this. Echo Infusion first because I want to. You know, it's actually insane. Wait, he's dead. 2 spells, he dies. That's crazy. Now I have to perfect insanity the Divinity to really finish the cycle here. New mission acquired. Perfect insanity on the last Divinity here. This should lose and then we play spells and win, right? Oh no, it just wins. Okay. Really? This wave dies that easily? Huh. Alright. I'm not gonna mess around here. I can imagine disaster striking if I play some spells so we hit some weird breakpoint and die. My man has 37 sap though. I'm just gonna press enter. Dude, it worked. Perfect insanity. It made up like 200 damage there. Hey, what's the symbol mean, by the way? Oh, current ring last Divinity. Huh. They added a new symbol. Because normally that's just a circle with a number in it. Perfect insanity. You mad genius. Insanely good. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna remember to generate you a seed this time. I've been forgetting lately. I'm gonna remember it this time so that you can play along if you would like to. Yeah, check off another Stygian win. I've almost filled out the rest of these. I think I haven't played Melting Wurmkin or Umbra Wurmkin yet. Maybe no, I did have an Umbra run. But yeah, doing not too bad on these. Get our run summary. You gotta remember how to do this. It's been a second. We go generate challenge. We go, yeah, buddy. And then I click the button. Give it a sec here. Loading. Alright. Copy deep link. WhichFavorScroll. Alright. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget, leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one, and have a good one. Farewell.